Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan and today we are off to Europe for the first of 3 tracks that are my 3 favourite tracks in Europe. This is going to be Monza. Before we do that, I'm just going to dive into the race difficulty to make sure that we are on the hard setting that we are using for all of these World Circuit races. And then we're going to head over to Monza. 3 races to be done here. Today we're going to be tackling the World Touring Car 800 and I'm going to be doing that in the NSX Concept. We could do it in the Super Formula, but that just really doesn't make any sense. So we're going to go with the NSX on medium tyres with the output adjustment to 90, the ballast at 0, power restrictor at 90 to get us into that 800 pp that is required. And well, let's just get into this race because I am thoroughly looking forward to this one. So this is the World Touring Car 800 at the Autodromo Nazionale Monza, and we have got 10 laps to go from last to first place. So I'm going to set the fuel map to 4 for this particular race. Once that's set, we really need to concentrate very much on this first corner. This is where so many accidents happen and hopefully we'll all get through there cleanly. Braking at the beginning of the black marks on the racetrack there, just before, between the 150 and 100 metre board I think it was. Then up through the gears through here. This is pretty much flat through this corner, getting up into 5th gear, just running the white line on the right hand side and then burying the brake pedal. There's a little grey area of concrete on the right hand side, which is where I am braking for that particular corner. You just need to pick that one out as you're going through there. Just dropping down into 3rd gear for this one to balance the car and tuck in behind the Porsche. Going to try and get up the inside on the 50 metre board, just burying the brake pedal down into 3rd, get up on the top of that curb. There's a bit of green Astro that you can use as a marker just to get the right hand side tyres up onto there. And then as we come down here approaching the next chicane, we're looking for another little grey area just there. Bury the brake pedal down into 3rd gear. We can take loads of the curb. Don't get too greedy on the curves midway through the corner and on the exit. Balance the car and then back on the power. We've got a great turn of speed to get through this little group of cars. Didn't really get an opportunity to slipstream, and now we've got an issue with the braking zone. Braking just before the 50. Also trying not to get into the back of the Lexus. And then 4th gear all the way through here, back on the power as soon as you can so that you can slipstream and try and get up through the gears as we have this long drag to the first corner, which is this really tight right left chicane. So looking out for just after the 150 metre board, using the black marks, tyre marks in the road. We get up the inside of the Ferrari there, which was really nice. We got into the back of the Honda, which put us out onto the curb and the gravel a little bit. That has lost us a little bit of traction. So just closing the door on the Ferrari there as we go around this corner. We're going a little bit wide. He was having a look, so it's a little bit naughty about the way that we closed off his nose. But hey, all's fair in love and war with the AI. It's done it to me often enough. So we will drive British touring car style. We'll open doors, we'll get up the inside and we'll block if we really need to. Talking about going up the inside, little nudge on the Honda there just to push him slightly wide. Open the door to allow us to go through, getting in the slipstream of the Mazda there, and we've got the Corvette on the right hand side of us now. We're going to need to tuck in behind him to try and pick up the slipstream while also watching for our braking point. Looking for that little grey patch right there on the brakes. Down into 3rd gear, slightly unsighted for our apex. We get pushed out to the left slightly, but muscled our way back through. And that was nicely done for 12th position. 27 seconds off of the lead at the moment. So quite some considerable time to make up. And the leader is going away from us at the moment. But Portilla is probably going to be in a quick car, normally is, and he's normally going to pit once or twice. So my main strategy right now is to try and keep within 30 seconds of the leader. Ideally I'd like to be nearer 20 seconds, but somewhere between 20 and 30 would be good. We've got the Corvette coming up the inside of us, sorry, the Chevrolet Corvette coming up the inside of us. Just managed to outbrake that car, got through the chicane really nicely. Looks like the Ferrari might have gone a little bit wide in our mirrors. Maybe that slowed the pack down behind, because that's giving us a second margin on the cars behind, and the opportunity just to settle down and breathe a little bit. So again, watching for that grey patch down into third gear. Just take a little bit of these curves, but not too much in this NSX. If you start getting up over the sausages, it can unsettle it. Watch for the 50-metre board down into third. I just caught the barrier a little bit on that occasion, which pushed me a tad wide. Again, watching for the 50 down into third, get over that curve using that green part on the edge of the curb, and then you really want to be picking up as much speed as you can down through here. We are 1.4 seconds off the car in front, so not getting any slipstream benefit at the moment, but we're going to close really quickly, under braking into this left, right, left. Need a good exit here to get up the inside of the BMW. Looked like he was going to get a bit out of shape, didn't, but we managed to get up the inside and into the slipstream of the number 10 car in front. We've got the BMW coming back at us, backed off, which was okay. We've got this other BMW in front of us, the model that I just recently bought, and you're going to see on my shelf very soon, I hope, when I start live streaming. But we'll slipstream this BMW. We're going to pull out to the left to see if we can outbrake him into this first corner. We're going to be very minded, we've got two cars on the left of us now, but we outbraked both of those two cars, made the chicane nicely, got a good turn, got down onto the power nice and early using second gear, and we've left those two BMWs squabbling behind us, and we can now concentrate on 9th and 8th place, which are right in sight. Can we close up on those through this next chicane? Yes, we can, closing really fast. I missed my braking zone completely messed that one up. That was all about being unsighted and just trying to miss the cars. Completely loused that up massively. That has given the two BMWs behind an opportunity to come back at us. So now we're going to need to really monster that curb to make sure that the BMWs behind don't catch us, and to see if we can get back on terms with Grady and Marzano in front of us. So we're going to need to try and close up under braking again, so watching for that grey patch on the brakes. Third gear, taking a lot of that curb this time, risking everything right now, taking loads of these curbs. Fourth gear to just keep it planted through there, and we are catching, but ever so slowly. Looks like we are not in the slipstream because we've lost that. They're going away from us now. Getting it down in a fourth gear through here to try and close up. Looks like it's the Audi in front of us. That is a very quick car that Grady is in. I think somebody just pitted a moment ago, so whether that is going to promote us up any higher or not, I'm not quite sure. Running in 10th at the moment. We're going to need to close up in this first corner, so we're going to leave the braking as late as we can, watching for those beginning of those black tyre marks on the road. Just using the outside tyres on the sausage curbs through there. Just really pushing as hard as we can right now. 1.3 seconds to Marzano in front, 3 seconds to the car behind. Closing up, under braking again. Second gear through here. Get the power down as soon as we can, and I really want to stay in the slipstream of Marzano. Can we get up the inside? No, we can't through there. The door's closed on us. Can we get up the inside at the next corner? Oh, we just caught the back of him. Probably hesitated just a fraction of a second too much. Got into the back of Marzano, so we let him go. That wouldn't have been a fair overtake. We didn't open the door anyway. And we just got to really settle down and make these moves a little bit cleaner. Maizono, Hizala fighting, that's given us the opportunity to get up the inside of Maizono onto the back of Hizel. 3 cars pitting at the moment. That is great news. That should promote us up quite nicely. We're going to take a move up the inside of the Subaru, get it slowed down 4th gear, get that turned in really nicely. That worked a real treat. Looks like Grady is pitting as well, so that's 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, potentially all pitted, but we've got more cars coming out. Where is that going to leave us at the end of this? We're going to outbrake the AMG. We're going to tuck in behind the Nissan in front of us, who got big over the curbs. I thought I was going to rear end him, so erred on the side of caution, went a little bit wide. That has given the Maizono the opportunity to come back at us, unfortunately, but I'm going to assume that he is going to need to pit at some point. Massive lunge under braking, made that stick, turned it in, cut the nose off, got that move done. A little bit aggressive, but I think that was clean. Oh, he had to lunge back. Had to get out of that one as I was going for the apex. Unsettled me a little bit. As I said, the AI will have a go as well, so I really don't care if I'm having a go at the AI from time to time. All is fair in love and war, as I have said many times before. So we're holding 4th place at the moment, 10.8 seconds to the leader. We've got 2 cars in our sights at the moment. If we can get this quick and a nice exit through here, there is a chance that we could be on the back of these 2 at the end of this straight into the last corner. Looks like they're actually pulling away from us at the moment, which is a shame. But can we close up under braking? Choosing 4th gear again. Yes, we can close up. We got the Aston Martin and the Nissan both fighting at the moment. That is going to give us an opportunity, I hope, to close up. They don't pit, so that leaves us in 4th place at the moment. Portilla's still out in front by 9.9, nearly 10 seconds. It is now 10 seconds, so we're going to need to close up under braking. We need a really good chicane here. We need a really good exit. We got into the back of the Aston Martin and a wobble, so that really wasn't the exit that we needed. Oh, this is manic. You can understand now why I wasn't narrating this while driving. This took an awful lot of concentration. Just looking at the lap times though, I'm quite pleased with this. We started off with a 146 and we settled down with a 150, 149, 151, 149, 150. So pretty consistent for me around here. I might prefer my consistencies to be in tenths of seconds rather than 1 second, but I'll take that at the moment. We're going to get up the inside of the Aston Martin, which was nice, for 3rd place. Now, can we stay on the back of this Nissan and somehow manage to get 2nd place through this next chicane? Portilla is still 10, 11 seconds away, so pulling away fairly consistently, but not too much, which is good. If they need to pit, we will be in good shape. We had a good exit on the Nissan there. Unfortunately, I think he's going to outdrag us down this long straight. It might have been better just for us to have tucked in behind his slipstream, which we'll pick up. Dive into the inside, 4th gear, which seems to be our favourite gear for this corner. And we've made some good progress following that overtake, half a second ahead, but still 10 seconds away from Portilla, who still hasn't pitted on lap 8. Are we going to be able to, well, we know we can do this, but where does it come? Does it come through late braking and overtaking, or is Portilla going to do one of his famous very late pit stops? I'm going to bank on the late pit stop. I'm going to be honest with you, I can't actually remember how this one ended, but being 12 seconds behind, we're really not making an awful lot of headway on Portilla, so it has to be just trying really hard, outbraking myself a little bit through there. It must be that he does a very late pit stop. So if you're taking this particular strategy for this particular race, don't worry too much if the leader is getting away from you, because it does look like there's going to be a lap 9 pit stop. I'm assuming he's going to pit at the end of lap 8. I can't imagine that he's going to be going any longer, but for now I'm going to keep pushing, because Ordonez behind us is only 2.5 seconds, so we're not catching Portilla in front. We've got the cars behind chasing us down as well. Managed to get it out to 3 seconds through the chicane, but they are catching us as well, so this is far from over at this point. Thankfully Portilla, as expected, pits. He was on the hard tyres, so that should promote us up to first place. Now, can we keep it ahead of the fast charging Ordonez and Mendoza behind us? Really, we've got to put everything into practice that we have learned. Braking points, turning points, acceleration, trail braking, everything. We've actually moved the fuel map up to 3 now, because we got 2 laps to go and we got 3.6 laps of fuel. So hopefully by moving the fuel map up to 3, that will enable me just to manage the map, the gap behind. Gone a little bit deep there as we got the purple sector come up. Our last lap was a 1:48.1, which is a fastest lap for this particular race. Didn't do that corner particularly well. We had a thump of the barrier on the way through. Really need to settle down and get back in the rhythm. Very often I find when I change the fuel map and the dynamics of the car change ever so slightly is where I struggle to adjust and I can make mistakes. That's often why I try to leave the fuel map where it is if it's good enough to win. I didn't feel it was good enough to win, so we've upped the fuel map to 3, which is maintaining that roughly 3.7442 margin to the car behind. In fact, I think something must have happened, because we've managed to push that margin out to 4.4 right now. Maybe the cars behind are in battles of their own, because we are taking time out of them pretty much all of the time as we go into the final lap. That was a 1:49.2, so a second slower that lap, but we did manage to take more time out, and we've got loads of cars pitting. 2, 3, 4, 5 those positions, so those 4 cars all pitting. Fragger is now chasing us down, 14 seconds behind us. Now I know that Fragger is super quick in this particular World Touring Car 800 series. Again, 14 seconds is a big margin for anybody to make up, but I need to keep it on the island. I need to keep it in a straight line. We need to keep all of these brake points on point, all of the turning points on point. Everything has got to be on point right now as we close out of this particular race. Beautiful across that curve, really happy with that one, but still Fragger is coming back, even with what I thought was a nice exit, still coming back at us pretty quickly, but not quickly enough. All we need to do is bring this home, and that was nice through there. I enjoyed that. Just broke with the commentary for a moment just to enjoy that particular chicane. Absolutely loved that one. As we come up towards the last corner, we'll brake nice and conservatively down into 4th gear, which is the gear that has just been superb for us on this particular corner. Run in the line, run in the marbles, and then up through the gears to take the checkered flag for what I would like to say was a pretty easy win for this World Touring Car 800 around Monza. A track I adore, race I adore, and fastest lap into the bargain. That was pretty good. Don't expect we've got a clean race. We did get the trophy. No, we didn't actually get the clean race bonus, unfortunately, for that one. But this was all about bringing this car home in first place and getting the gold trophy. That's what this video is all about. Hopefully you've found a car setup, a strategy that works for you, and if you've been struggling, I hope that this video enables you to get gold on the hard settings. If it does, or you've just simply enjoyed this video, or you just want to help and support my channel, please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you are new around here. It would be great to have you supporting the channel and following me along. Hit the bell button for notifications of more videos like this coming very soon. And as always, if you are a current subscriber, thank you ever so much for continuing to support my channel. I cannot thank you enough. For now, I'm going to close out this video and I'm going to dive straight into another race at Monza. And hopefully that video will be coming up tomorrow. In the meantime, thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.